Hello guys, Soldier Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing Shaman King 2021. This is a remake, not the original series. I'll be reviewing the original series in the near future. The original anime first aired many years ago. I didn't watch it at the time. It just didn't seem as interesting as Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon. The remake of this anime series was made many years later, and I decided to give it a chance. In this anime series, people can see ghosts and use their fighting abilities are known as Shaman. The most useful method for fighting is having the ghost enter into an item and using that item as a weapon. The protagonist Yo is a shaman user and plans to become a shaman king one day so they can live an easy life. A tournament known as the Shaman Fight is held every 500 years, and the winner of the tournament becomes the Shaman King. The Shaman King has the power to shape the world into their ideal world. The time for the Shaman Fight is coming up, and Yo prepares to fight against other powerful shaman users. This was a unique battle show in anime series about working together with spirits and using special techniques. It was not the typical magical attacks we see so often in anime series. The characters thought of unique ways to use the power of the spirits and made very creative attacks. One character thought of ingenious ways to make it seem like they were a powerful vampire. The way they were able to fool everyone was incredible. Every fight scene was intense and left you on the edge of your seat. For the most part, it was hard to know who would win the fight. It wasn't like the good guys won every time. Though the antagonists were very overpowered, it made the fight scenes very boring to watch at times because it was obvious he would win. Not only was the action great, the anime was great on an emotional level as well. We learned about the history of the spirits and what motivates them to stay in the living world. You really hope he can find peace one day and be able to move on from this world. We also learned about the shamans and what drives them to become the Shaman King. Early on, there was an issue with the anime series in terms of lack of training being shown on screen. The characters train a lot, but it's mostly off screen. It just makes their power-ups feel less believable. I want to actually see how they got stronger. It makes it easier to accept and understand. Training was not the only issue with this anime series. Later on, death was essentially pointless in this anime series. All of the important good guys have plot armor. They can simply be killed, then be brought back from death, and get a power-up. It was a very cheap way of getting stronger, and made the sad scenes feel meaningless. It ruined the tension in this show, since I knew the good guys would just come back to life anyway. This anime got really bad as the anime progressed. Several matches in the tournament were skipped, and the first part of the tournament ended in an anticlimactic way. The important battle between Ren and Yo ended in an unsatisfying way as well. The anime was basically treating the tournament as pointless by interrupting fights and not showing many fights on screen. It was just weird. It made the anime feel rushed, and you feel like you missed out on so many important moments. It got worse from there. The animation during the fights looked very bad. I don't care much for good animation, and even I noticed how bad the animation was. The anime had a tendency not to show an anime attack. For example, rather than animate a sword attack, it just showed the sword already slashed into the opponent's body. The important fights against the patch felt so rushed as well. The patch are the officials that oversee every fight in the tournament. I just didn't feel any excitement from watching these fight scenes. It was like, whatever. Can the good guys just fight the antagonist how now? There was a very dumb plot twist that was introduced late into the anime series that changed how you view the series. It was introduced in the second to last episode. That was just way too late. It's like watching a martial arts anime series, and then all of a sudden, werewolves are introduced into the show. Without the foreshadowing early on, it just feels like a dumb plot twist. The dumb plot twist was not werewolves, by the way. It was something even more ridiculous and dumb than that. The final fight scene against Hao was a complete disaster. Hao is very overpowered and strong, but it doesn't matter because the power of friendship is even stronger. It was the worst way to end a fight. It was the power of friendship combined with talk no jutsu. Rather than have the characters beat the final villain in a logical manner, the anime had the characters beat the villain in a very cheesy way. As long as Yo believed in himself and had his friends by his side, he could do anything. He didn't even need to fight and defeat Hao for force. Once Yo and everyone else surrounded Hao, they showed the power of friendship and strong bonds. It wasn't even really a fight. It was the worst use of talk no jutsu. If you don't watch Naruto, talk no jutsu is basically using your words to defeat your enemy, rather than fight. In political anime series, that kind of strategy could work. But in battle show anime series, where you expect great fight scenes, especially for the final fight, it was very boring and disappointing to see. I waited all season for Yo vs. Hao, and to see it end like that was very frustrating. It was just cliche and cheesy writing. It's like the anime builds up the strong villain that seemingly can't be beaten. So we're waiting to see how the good guys will defeat this unbeatable villain. And the anime has the villain be defeated in the most cliche way. It's like, why should I care about how hyped up and frightening a villain is, The main character would just make a speech about friendship, and everything would be resolved. It makes the anime series feel pointless and meaningless. After all the characters went through, all they had to do was make a friendship speech, and everything is okay now. People say this anime could have been fixed if it had good pacing. Good pacing does not fix the issue of having the power of friendship, and the plot armor that the good guys had. The characters were entertaining to watch in this anime series. Yo had a cool and relaxed attitude. He didn't let himself get emotional. He kept calm, which is good to see. I'd rather watch shonen protagonists like him than see a shonen protagonist that loses their temper too easily. Ren was a good character that had great character development throughout. His change from being a villain to becoming a good guy felt believable, and didn't feel too rushed. He made a great rival for Yo, and really pushed him to become stronger. Anna was a likable female character that was strong, and had amusing interaction with Yo. She did a great job at motivating Yo into getting stronger. She was tough on Yo, but it was because she cared for him, and wanted him to become Shaman King. Horo Horo is a goofy and cheerful character that really helped liven things up, and was entertaining to watch. Joko was a great comedic relief character, and his jokes were so bad that made you laugh a lot. Lyserg was an annoying character who was constantly whining throughout, and letting revenge cloud his judgment. It's like I know terrible things happened in his past, but to see him complain over and over was just irritating to watch. It's like you would hope he eventually mature, and not let anger cloud his judgment, but this doesn't occur until the last couple episodes. By then it was just too late. There are too many episodes of him being an annoying character. It gets to the point where he's pretty much fine with killing any character that he sees as evil. At that point, he clearly lost it and was just annoying to watch. Ryu was another goofy and funny character that brought great comedic relief to the show. He always had a funny thing to say, and sometimes just funny to watch, even if he's not trying to be. It's great to see how much he cares about his friends. Hao is an amazing antagonist. He isn't obsessed with power and ruling over the world. He had bigger goals than that. I like how calm he is, and never lets his emotions control him. The opening songs and ending songs in this anime series were okay, but not anything I would play over and over. The music for this anime series isn't that exciting to listen to. The animation style looked okay, but I didn't like certain character designs. It just looked too weird, and didn't fit in with the show. The animation was alright early on, but it was just so bad and lazy later on. I really did enjoy this anime series at first, and didn't mind pacing at first as well. But it got to a point where important fights were interrupted, or were not shown on screen. The plot and armor, and just everything about the final fight was terrible. I still recommend watching it, but expect the second half of this anime series to be a train wreck. I give this anime series a 6 out of 10. So that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you find anything interesting in the video.